When you look at the Sagrada Familia, the level of detail can almost be overwhelming. There's not one central tower or element capturing your attention, but rather there are many competing for it. Each facade is packed with symbolism and hidden meanings, with dozens of sculptures collectively telling the story of Jesus Christ.
The Bible made out of stone. That's the big picture thing. A lot of the working class was illiterate, so Gaudi wanted to tell the story of Jesus through imagery, through sculptures and visual elements rather than through text. Each side relates to a different aspect of Jesus' life.
The three facades in place today represent the Nativity, a celebration of the birth of Jesus and life in general, the Passion side showing the crucifixion and ascension, and then there's the Glory facade, which tells the story of the message and teachings of Christ.
And then within each of those stories, because like I said, it's almost like a picture book story, you get specific elements of Jesus' life, you know, the birth and his early life. In a more symbolic way, you get things like the colorful fruits on the top, which represent like the fruits of the Spirit and the Eucharist, the body and blood of Christ.
As well as the facades, each tower represents a different biblical character. Currently, 9 of the planned 18 are built. 12 for the Apostles, 4 for the Evangelists, 1 for the Virgin Mary, and
like the tallest tower, which is not finished yet, but which will make Sagrada into the tallest church in the world and the highest building in Barcelona. The tallest tower is going to be dedicated to Jesus.
As well as religion, Gaudí was hugely influenced by nature.
Especially on the Nativity facade, which is a celebration of life in general. There's so many little details of plants, of animals, of literal natural elements that were copied one-to-one precisely from real living things at the time.
Gaudí died in 1926. Many of his designs and models for the building were destroyed a decade later during the Spanish Civil War. Plus, some of the facades and towers look strikingly different from one another. So, how much of what we see is actually from Gaudí and how much is not?
The official position of the foundation is that it's, structurally speaking, going to be exactly as Gaudi had wanted, because they kind of puzzled it back together from everything that was left from that destruction, and also just comparing it to Gaudi's other works, extrapolating themes and shapes out of it. Of course, very notably, some decorative elements like sculptures have definitely been changed a lot. There's no debate about that. Especially on the Passion facade, very modern looking sort of weird cubist sculptures, which many people are angry about as well. But the defense of that is that they are in the spirits of what Gaudi wanted. They fit the theme of the Passion facade. Also, Gaudi himself was a rebel during his own lifetime, you know, challenging what people found beautiful or normal or good. So that spirit has been continued.
Nevertheless, architects who took up the project after Gaudí's death tried to remain faithful to the genius's vision and even paid homage to him on the facades themselves.
Then there's really beautiful tributes to Gaudi himself. There's a sculpture of Joseph on the Nativity facade, which physically was based on Gaudi. And on the Passion facade with the Stations of the Cross, there's another example of a sculpture that represents the Evangelists that was also based on a photo of Gaudi.